Who else in the level car say yeah?
Look at that big, juicy booty.
Hot, hot, hot like a tamale.
Be offended.
Do you love black people? Negro.
You know the thing.
Here, next.
Don't be rude.
You ain't black.
Shawn Cav.
You're going to have a flame coming out of your butthole.
Heartfelt.
A man and a woman.
You just go and like retweet that or something like that. It gets the word out pretty quickly. But I have to tell you, I am like super excited and like a little nervous to hear all about this article you got that you were kind of teasing us with the in the live chat. So just to kind of like quickly tell everybody again, we do a Twitter live space right before we do the Monday or Tuesday show, depending on like our schedules. Typically we're doing Mondays, but like it might be Tuesday sometimes. Anyway, the whole point is that we're doing like an hour from like 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to like 9 p.m. And we're doing the conversation where it could just literally be about anything or whatever, wherever the conversation really goes to. Sometimes it's politics, sometimes it's pop culture, sometimes it's life. Today we're talking about roosters, crows, AOC's butt, and a few classic movies and like National Lampoon. So I feel like we really covered a lot of bases, and I think we had a little something in there for everybody.
It's that juicy booty.
Yeah, it was the AOC juicy booty, hot like a tamale.
Like a tamale, my favorite Latina.
Yeah, and apparently, might be some people's favorite corn on the cob eater. Not personally mine, but I can appreciate somebody else's kink.
Hey, real quick before we get into all this, cheers, sir.
Oh yeah, cheers. Here.
Cheers,
so
yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, there we go. I don't actually want to hit the camera because knowing me, I'll spill it.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Yeah, cheers. Yeah, we have a live studio audience.
Cheers to the wife over there.
Yep, live studio audience in the show with us right now, enjoying from the side screen. Yeah, thumbs up if I say anything smart or intelligent, but chances are it's going to be like not so good.
Is this Gladiator?
Yeah.
Okay, so I am going to look up these links that I saved for Taylor Schabusiness.
Please do. I want to see this stuff.
Okay, so do you want me to share my screen?
Oh, yeah, you can absolutely share a screen. But real quick, why don't you just kind of tell us real quick what you were saying in the live chat, like as a teaser for like what people are kind of like in store for, because I feel like this could be really shocking for like the first thing that we're bringing up.
Yeah, hey, first thing we're bringing up, first live stream, fucking coming in hot or cold, I guess would in this. You'll understand why that's a funny joke in a second.
Yeah.
Okay.
So dark humor.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't see it.
What was that? I'm so confused. Is that music coming from you?
No, it's not me. Wow.
Whoa, what the hell was that?
That's a good question.
Was it you?
So apparently my Spotify kicked on randomly, and
Somebody upstairs.
I don't know what. Oh yeah, that might be a thing. Oh,
wait, did someone connect to your Bluetooth?
Yeah, I could be. All right, so here's the thing. So recently my daughter has been like fucking around with Alexa, and like she's 5, but she's like, Alexa, play this, and like and so then she starts trying to like guess songs. So she doesn't know what songs are going to actually play, and sometimes things kick on like Spotify randomly, and like it won't always happen in the room that you want it to happen in. I can't explain it. Technology is fucking confusing, but literally that was my Spotify that just kicked on.
Random.
So I don't even know what the fuck that was. Was that like
that was Fall Out Boy for sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's Fall Out Boy, I believe.
Why do I know that? Don't ask me. I have no clue. I was totally not an emo kid forever, maybe including now. Okay, so Taylor Schabusiness. If you know the Lorena Bobbit story, then you're on the right track. So she. Okay, I'm just gonna read the damn story, okay, because I can't make it any better than what the New York Post already said. Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen. Let's do this. Okay. And if you can click that over, I think
right
sweet.
here.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna stop this because I don't care about Prince Harry. Okay. So woman allegedly decapitated lover while high during sex and hid the body parts. 24-year-old Wisconsin woman allegedly killed and dismembered her lover during a drug-fueled sex session, dumping his head and penis in a bucket and his legs in a crock pot.
Wow.
I don't want to read more because it's disgusting, but I already have, and it's good. Okay, so the brunette seductress Taylor Schabusiness, with one of the most hilarious names ever, then allegedly told police that they were going to have fun trying to find all the organs.
Oh no.
Jesus, dude. Okay, the mutilated victim in the ghastly crime Thursday was a 25-year-old Green Bay man whom investigators have not identified. I think this is an older article, and they have identified him now because I think she got charged already. I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, this was from March 2nd of this year. Schabusiness made her first appearance in Brown County Court. It was back in March, via video conference on charges of first-degree intentional homicide, mutilating a corpse, and third-degree sexual assault.
Is that her mugshot right there? Like,
yes, that is her. Oh, of course, the neck tattoo.
Yeah. Do you think that she belongs on Shorty's of Instagram? You ever see that one?
Yeah, I have. It's pretty good. It's pretty funny.
It is pretty good. I'm like, yeah, no, she could get it.
Well, that's just the shoulders up. I think I've seen the full, and it's like, hey, I don't know. It's
no, not so good.
I don't know. I mean, maybe I have different standards. I don't know. Prosecutors said the sexual assault charge is for acts that took place after the man was dead. So it wasn't as he was dying. She was playing with a cold bone. Police were called to a home.
Happened in Clerks too. You know that, right?
What now?
In Clerks, like in Clerks when she like banged like the dead guy.
Dude, I haven't seen that movie in forever.
Okay, so there was a scene where the girlfriend wanted to try and make it up to Dante, who, like, you know, she had sucked 37 dicks. What, in a row? That whole thing. Yeah. All right, so like, and she wanted to make it up to him, so she was trying to go and like have sex with him in the bathroom, but it was dark in there. There was an old guy who went in there to apparently to go whack it to like a nudie magazine and died, but everyone forgot about him, and so then she ends up like humping a dead rigor mortis cock.
Well, hey, I mean, at least he's not gonna, get whiskey dick,
and he's not decapitated.
Yes, very true. Oh, there's something that comes up about that here in a second. I hope it's in this article. If not, I have another one. You see, police were called to a home on Stony Brook Lane about 3:30 a.m. February 23rd by a resident who reported finding her son's head in a bucket. So it was the mom that found him.
That's so fucked.
Oh. She said she made the shocking discovery after being awakened by a door being slammed. Schabusiness, who investigators learned,
the parents live like next door, or like they had to have maybe lived in the same house.
Well, no, he lived with the parents.
Okay,
and then she was over there banging him.
Wow, in the family home.
Yeah, exactly. Like and they were on meth, and in the parents I mean, there's like not having respect for your parents or your parents' house, and then there's like this level. You know what I mean?
This is like insane. Yeah, I hope she goes away for a very long time. If not, like, gets like, some kind of death penalty for the gross shit that she's done with like just defiling a body.
Oh, it's just gross, dude. It's just fucking gross. Okay. During a search of her van. Oh, wait, hold on. Schabusiness, who investigators learned may have been the last person to may have been the last person to be seen with the victim, was found at a home on Eastman Avenue with dried blood on her clothes. So she didn't even change her clothes. During a search of her van, police found a crock pot with human remains, including legs, according to a criminal complaint cited by the outlet. At the mother's house of horrors, they later found the head and male organ, his pain, in the bucket, and upper torso in a storage tote, and body fluid and knives. Oh, there's the other one. There's the
well, if she wasn't so fucking psychotic.
I know. Well, I think she has that like that chunky girl stance though, the like MySpace angles. You know what I mean?
No, you're right. You're right. It's how you twist the hips and you stick out the chest and whatnot, and like it's the low cut shirt. It's all the different elements that she's incorporating all together to try and like, hey, look, I need a baby daddy.
Yeah, I mean, you take that shirt and bra off, and those are some Nancy Pelosi style hangers.
But you know what? Like, I'm not gonna shit all over Nancy Pelosi's knockers for the fact that she's like 88 years old or some crazy old woman, and like they're not terrible.
Okay, she's 88, but them titties are fucking 22. All right.
Yeah, they're legal.
I mean, hey, I'm not. Oh, good God. Okay. Are you getting yelled at in the background right now? Okay.
I am.
Okay, good. Because thank you for doing it for me, because I was going to say the same thing. When asked about what happened, the suspect reportedly said, "That's a good question." Her response to the cops, "What happened?" That's a good question.
Great question. I don't really know what happened. It was all like kind of like in the moment. You had to be there. You had to be there to really know what happened.
I don't know, man. Like, I mean, there's things you're telling me, but I don't really know. It's a good question. She told police she and the man had been smoking meth, go figure, before going to his mother's house.
Of choice for the most psychotic.
Yeah, exactly. Either that or bath salts. No, if it was bath salts, she would have eaten him.
She would have ate his head.
Yeah. They were doing meth before. They'd been smoking meth before going to his mother's house, where they had sex using chains. Schabusiness said she had blacked out at one point, then went crazy, no shit, and began choking her partner, insisting she did not mean to kill him, but enjoyed choking him. She said,
"We're not here to kink shame, by the way.
Yeah,
that's not what we're here to do. We're just here to say you probably shouldn't go this far."
Yeah, hey, you know what? Everyone has, been involved in some light choking, but
Sure.
there's a way to choke, and there's a way to not choke.
Well,
right?
like, when the head falls off, that's a bad sign.
Yeah, no, so
that's like the third time we've brought up now Dumb and Dumber. It's like Petey was getting really old. His head just fell right off. Pretty bird.
No, there's I was watching a podcast, side note, but kind of not. So the Bert cast, so Bert Kreischer, I was watching his podcast, and he was talking with Nikki Glaser and like a couple other comedians or whatever, and they were talking about choking, like. But they were saying it was weird to like choke someone that you hadn't been like. Some of them were saying that it was weird to like do dirty shit with someone that you don't know, but then some of them were saying that it was more weird to do dirty shit with like your significant other or whatever. Like talk dirty.
We talked about this, I think, in the last Twitter space, where the risk you run with trying to do something new dirty with like your significant other you've been with for some time is the fact that like they're going to wonder, where the hell did you learn that from? Where'd that come from? Like when you're with somebody new, then it's like, that's your chance to try new things. Cause then they can be like, oh, this is just how they do things. This is like the way they express their love.
But at the same time, if you're doing it with someone new, there's a chance of the pound me too. I mean, hashtag me too. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but I mean, like that's the, I guess in this day and age, that's the risk you run, where it's like you're gonna take that risk if like you're gonna try something new and adventurous. Like, hey, let's see where this goes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's why I am completely glad that I am not in the dating world anymore. I am completely
The dating scene anymore is just absolutely insane. The people that we've talked to before who are going through it, it's like to try and like navigate through that minefield of people that are just like like emotionally and like mentally like just like broken, you know, from bad relationships, especially like when you get to like our age of like 36 and on and stuff like that. It's like, you know, like that's where like people start like having a lot of baggage, you know,
yeah,
to whatever.
I'm just basically talking about like I don't want to have to like search around for a dick.
Well, are you searching for dicks?
No, I'm just saying like, you know, like I don't want to like think, oh yeah, because I mean, hey, some of them put on the makeup and they look pretty, like, you know what I mean? Like if you get like a Blair White.
Where's this guy? Oh, well, all right, you're gonna use like the 0.01 percentile of a trans that is super passing, you know, like that's like the 100th of a percentile of like somebody who's actually going to be like, hey, you know what, like guess what, I'm a dude, you know, like,
hey, you remember that thing I told you about standards? Yeah, that's coming back into play. No. No, but I mean, I don't want to have to like, oh my god, you got a peen, and then it comes down to, it's like, is yours bigger than mine? Because then that's like a, you know what I mean?
So do you come across this problem often?
No, because I'm married. So
okay, well, but I mean, like, I guess being in California, maybe like you might encounter this more so than me in like, you know, Pennsylvania or in the Northeast, where like, you know, we don't get a lot of that, or it's very easy to tell, like, hey, you know what, that guy, he's wearing a dress, that's a dude.
Well, I did work at a gay bar for a while, so it was interesting. No, but I'm just glad that that's not anywhere in my life.
Just the dating scene in general, because I wasn't trying to go into the whole like, you know, like trans this or anything like that. Like I was just more or less going off of the fact that like, yeah, the dating scene is fucking hard and confusing anymore, because now everything's all about like, you know, like Tinder, which is very superficial, you know, and then you have like other dating apps, which either you're paying for a membership, and then those women typically want to like immediately get married and like get knocked up, or like there's no like real middle ground of like somebody like, hey, you know what, I want to enjoy our time together, and then like let's build something, you know, and turn it into something, like whatever. Like I can honestly say that like when I stopped looking, I found my wife. So
and that's the way it really is. Oh, do we get a thumbs up from the side?
She got a high five, or she wanted to get a high five because I said like, yeah, we met at a bar, but I stopped looking. I stopped like going out on dates, and I stopped like all the just like the debauchery of just going out and just constantly be like, oh, well, maybe this girl will be all right, and, you know, and it's just like it's a waste of time. And it's a waste of energy, because I'll tell you what, you end up having the same conversation over and over and over again, where the same conversation turns into the same 20 questions. And it's like, well, at the time I was a counselor for a troubled youth's like, I guess detention center or something like that. So like I was like, you know, I was part of the goon squad, where like I would go and I would have to like, you know, restrain kids and throw them in like rooms, but there's no locks on the rooms. Have to just hold the door shut, and I would have like my dinner brought to me, and I would have my foot on the door the whole time. Like literally, I have tons of crazy stories about working there. But like, yeah, those are good. But like when I was doing that, like that was always like one of the, oh, so what do you do? Oh, I work with kids. And like, oh. And then like it's like, oh, no, so I knew like the 5 to 10 question like lead up that would get them to say yes, to be like, all right, so we're gonna go back to my place. Yep, sounds good. You know, like there was a process, and I got sick of the process. And then after like a month of just like not trying anymore, that's when I finally met my wife, and I was like, hey, you know what, that worked out great.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of the same for me, because I was on the dating apps and all that stuff, and it was after I had moved back out here, but I just kind of not really care anymore, because like the dating apps for dudes are a lot like different. It's very hard to get a swipe right, so it was not conducive to like being able to like meet someone awesome like that, for what I thought. But then that's how me and my wife met. We met on Tinder. And
okay.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
you were a success story from that app. You should be like the poster boy for that app at this point. Like, no, you don't want to be the poster boy.
No, because then they'll dig into the rest of my life and they'll be like, oh my God, this dude's a racist, sexist, homophobe. No, but I'm kind of mad at, this turd over here because I think I was like her second match. Like she literally just started the app and then she got mad. I'm like, that's not fucking fair.
But it's the difference between men and women.
True.
Like,
I mean, I'm glad.
Women are much more picky about those types of apps in general. Like the women I knew that were on those apps, they did not care for Tinder so much. They tend to like go towards things like I think it was called like Bumble, which was like where the woman chose who they wanted to meet up with or who they wanted to like connect with or be able to message. I don't know what the fuck it was.
That was definitely Bumble. So that's
there was like Hinge and like all these other ones. Like, and the thing is like I don't know. I guess like if you're desperate enough to meet somebody, like there's all kinds of different options out there. But I don't know. To me, it felt weird like talking to some of them about the stuff. But I don't know. It's always interesting because I never went through any of that. We had when I was dating, it was like Plenty of Fish and like Okay Cupid. And like outside of that, it was like but eHarmony and like Match.com also, that was all paid stuff. And I was
some serious shit.
Yeah, I was poor. And I can tell you what, there was a girl that I dated for a minute that I broke up with, and she was very, very scorned. Like she was very upset that I broke up with her because she even told me, she said, no one breaks up with me. Like it almost got into this like real like manly voice, like no one breaks up with me.
Well, I did it.
And she ended up going on like Match.com or something like that, and then she ended up meeting a guy and got married like just like that, just instantaneously, because that's what she wanted, that's what she was going for, and it just wasn't something I was like it just wasn't going to be me, that's for sure. I wasn't going to deal with it.
I mean, it's definitely an interesting, an interesting world to kind of navigate. And I mean, being out where I am, I'm like an hour north of San Diego. So, I mean, I'm not like super removed, but I'm in a smaller city, smaller, area. So we have like a couple bars and like a couple little, things here and there. So meeting someone at a bar and like, they're all like, it seemed like kind of like hipstery, like douchey kind of dudes. I mean, kind of people, you know what I mean? And so, it didn't seem like anything that I really wanted to be. So I was like, I'll just go on this and see if it worked, and ended up working out. And we, she showed up to the bar like an hour before I did, because I was like working or something. And she had like 3 drinks before I showed up, and I was like, you needed fucking 3 drinks before you met me? What an asshole.
I don't know. I like when I would talk to people, I would just keep drinking. And then like, like my wife will tell you, like the first night that we met, like I was drunk. Like I was definitely like pretty much in the bag, like, just talking to her about stuff or whatever. But I don't know. It was just like, it was just how like the conversation started,
we definitely had a bunch of drinks together. And, we like had drinks, we met up there, and then we just kind of ended up talking for a bunch of hours. And then we sat in my car and listened to metal for a bunch of hours, which I was like, this is definitely my chick. And she liked metal. And I was like, that's perfect. And so we were like talking for, a couple hours in the car. And then, and I used to smoke a lot of weed. And so we were sitting there smoking, and she was trying to, it's so funny because now I know that she was not someone that smoked a bunch of weed. And so she was just trying to impress me.
Okay.
So she kept smoking, and you could tell she was like, oh my God, I'm so fucking
well, that's cool. I mean, like, I mean, it's cool that she tried to like do something that like to stay. Yeah, I was about to bring that. So like, that's like, so it's cool that she brought that up and like wanted to like do something with you that you had interest in at the time or whatever. For me, I'm scared to death of fucking roller coasters, and my wife loves that shit. And like, she was like, oh, we're gonna go to Dorney Park, and we're gonna go for like it's like a theme park near me, and we went over there, and she wanted to do all the roller coasters. I'm like, okay. And I just kind of like went along with it. And every single photo is me like clenching my face as hard as I can, like just like my eyes are closed. And then she's just like, She says, "Oh, you look so scared with the whole thing." I'm like, "Yeah, because I am. Like, I that was my first roller coaster I ever did." And she's like, "No shit, that was the first one you've ever done?" Like, yes. And then like after that, then it was like, all right, we don't have to do this anymore. I showed you that I loved you. That's it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you are. I mean, I will, straight, say you are kind of a pussy, but no, I love roller coasters, dude. It's exhilarating. Like, what are you talking about?
Well, whatever. I don't fucking like it.
No,
I don't have to like it.
no.
So I want to try this real quick because we got our first comment, which is from Banana Bowie, and it shows like, that's all I have to do. I just gotta hit that, and it just shows it in the bottom corner like that. Look at that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. See, we're just experimenting to see what's going on. So, hey, welcome, Banana Bowie. You were watching for a second, and now you're gone. So, yeah, thank you for that. That's okay. So, I'll get into this since we're really kind of eating up a lot of time.
Yeah. Okay. Let me just finish this up.
Okay.
Because there's some funny things in here. Okay. So,
all right, let's go.
Okay. So she said, back to Taylor, meth head Schabusiness, penis writer. She said police were going to have fun trying to find all of the organs as she dismembered the body. Schabusiness stated all the body parts should be in the basement, according to the complaint.
Should be.
Couldn't
keep track.
Yeah.
What do you think she seasoned the things in the crock pot? Because cannibalism is coming back. I shared this thing on Twitter earlier today about how the New York Times talked about how cannibalism is on the upturn.
Yeah, I saw that. That's fucking weird. Yeah. But I mean, because that's what you would do in a crock pot. You want to, saute it a little bit.
At least add a beer can, so you get that was it the beer can chicken? Beer can chicken.
Yeah. So Schabusiness stated she used knives that she obtained from the kitchen of the residence, and that a bread knife worked the best because of the serrated blade. So that means she used multiple knives.
Well, what would Gordon Ramsay do?
True. He'd probably just yell fuck a bunch.
Fucking hell. This is not how you run a kitchen.
Yeah, right. I think I got bit by something. Oh, that sucks. Sorry, my toe just
or John Taffer would shut it down. Shut it down.
The woman said she did get paranoid and lazy, and that she thought it was the dope that was making her paranoid. Well, yeah, no shit, you fucking retard. She also said she planned on taking all the body parts with her, but got lazy and only ended up putting the leg/foot in the van, and she forgot the head.
Oops. I forgot the head of all things.
Good God. Yeah. Hey-o. Schabusiness appeared calm and said very little during a court appearance, only acknowledging she has the right to legal counsel. The woman had recently been put on probation and was supposed to be wearing an electronic monitoring bracelet, but apparently managed to remove it.
So, okay, that worked out great.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess it was $2 million cash bond. But yeah, that was it.
Looking pretty thick there.
Yeah, it's just a little thick.
The mom jeans.
Yeah, I'm sorry, dude, I don't like it.
I'm not a fan of the mom jeans either.
No, not at all. Not at all.